Good morning, folks. It is Wednesday and woohoo! It is so nice outside this morning. I've already been out, been to the supermarket as you do, got there around about 10 to 6, something like that, quarter to 6. Best time to go. Have the place to yourself with the staff, of course, the odd other person, but it's the only time that I get to actually go to the supermarket myself. Absolutely hate it when it's busy. It really gets on my nerves. So I just want to share with you today a little bit about your environment. Getting out and walking is something that I've posted on already this morning. And when the weather's like this, it absolutely does make you want to. When you open the curtains and the sun is shining, there's no doubt it makes you want to go outside, even if it's just to stand outside on your balcony and just breathe in some fresh air and just look up and get that sunlight into the back of your eye, get that whole circadian rhythm working with your body, getting that pineal gland to start the production of melatonin so you get a good night's sleep. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about really was about your environment. So I find that, and I know it's the same for a lot of my clients, if your environment feels claustrophobic, feels cluttered, you just feel that there's just stuff everywhere, it can really affect how you are motivated, how you feel in yourself. Your mood is absolutely affected by your environment. And I know that a lot of us don't kind of think that there's a correlation, but if we're living in chaos, then chances are our thinking is more chaotic, and how we are behaving around food and exercise and how we structure our day is often more chaotic as well. And so what I'm going to kind of suggest that maybe you do if you have not already tried it, and for those of you who have, you'll know the power of doing it, is to maybe just over the next few weeks or into the bank holiday, if you've got a little bit of time, maybe focus on just making one place, one room in your house, whether it's your bedroom or whether it's the living room or whether you've got a space that you have, maybe you've got a garden shed that is yours, that you work in perhaps, and you just spend a little bit of time making that environment feel cozy and comfortable and conducive to you wanting to, if it's a workspace, work, and if it's a relaxation space, relax. So what I'm going to be doing over the next few days is I've set myself, I need to have kind of a deadline and a goal to hit in terms of time to get things done, because otherwise, like most human beings, if I set a wishy-washy goal, it's not going to get done. For example, I bought some paint to paint I've got a wall that's two-tone in my house, and the bottom of it in the hallway is a bit colour, and I decided I want to change the colour. So I've bought the paint, and I bought it ages ago. Have I actually gotten around to doing it? No. Why? Because I haven't actually set aside the time to do it. That's why. So I'm going to have a change around in my bedroom and in the kitchen, because I'm a very much somebody who has piles of clutter. And then after a while, it really gets on my tits, to the extent that it just makes me walk into a room and just go, ugh, right? It really does bring your mood down. And I absolutely know that. But sometimes the thought of sorting it out is more overwhelming than that kind of feeling of horror that you get, until, like I did earlier this week, or actually last weekend, to be fair, you get to the point where you just think, you know what, enough's enough. I am going to have to tackle it. So I've managed to make some space in my diary today and tomorrow and Friday, being sensible. I know I'm not going to do it all in half a day. That would be silly. But 3 half days, I should be able to get done what I want to do. And so what I've done is what I do with most things. I've set myself a list of what I want to get done today. Right, that is realistic and I know is doable. It's not overwhelming. I go, yeah, I can do that, and I'll still have time to be fully present and absolutely 100% there for my client calls. So it's really important that if you do this stuff, just remember that most things do take longer than you think. So when you're planning time in your diary to do stuff, if you think it's going to take an hour, when I'm talking practical stuff, by the way, I'm not talking about if you're writing something. If you're writing something, you need to give yourself a time frame and stick to it. So otherwise, you will take up as much time as you've got available, and you procrastinate about what you're going to write and all that kind of stuff. But if we're talking about a practical task, then chances are it will take longer than you think, especially when it comes to moving stuff around your home, because you just never know. One thing can lead to another. So if you're moving something, you might decide that you're going to actually clear out the whole cupboard and give it a good old clean while you're there, that when you were planning originally, that wasn't on your agenda. So I'm going to allow more time than I think things will take, but also I'm pretty sure that I've got enough time to get done what I want to do, what I've chosen to do today. So on that note, I am going to skedaddle, because I've set myself the task of getting cracking at 8 o'clock. But I wanted to do my live as usual at 8:45 because I do like to do what I say I'm going to do. And that's the other thing that I wanted to share with you today. One of the things that is a big struggle with a lot of the people that I help is consistency. Right? Because we have got so used, I'm saying we because it used to be my stories too. We have got so used to saying something but not following through. And it's usually, and this is why it's related, because we set ourselves way too much to do. And so if we can be a little bit more realistic with what we are able to do and set ourselves very small goals, but the key being doing that thing, whatever it happens to be. So whether it's drinking an extra glass of water a day, right? It's being consistent with it. And if you can focus on doing that, when it comes to self-worth, when it comes to you believing that you can do what you say you're going to do, it makes a heck of a difference. So whether it's going out for a walk in the morning, or just actually opening the door and getting outside in the fresh air as a first step, if you are normally somebody who spends, all of your time indoors, it may be that is your first step. If you know you're not drinking enough water, it may be that you decide that you are going to have a glass of water as soon as you get up, and then you've got that extra glass in. It's done, right? The longer we put stuff off during the day, the harder we feel that it is to fit it in. Whereas if you decide that you're going to get it done and then you get on with the rest of the day, it's very straightforward. If you're thinking about planning meals and planning your menu for the week, probably better off doing it first thing in the morning rather than doing it in the evening when you're tired after a day's work. So think about when you function best. As to what task you put where. And when you think about prioritizing stuff and working out what you can actually fit in sensibly for you, you'll be amazed how quickly you can become consistent at things. So sort your environment out, have a space where you feel comfortable, and it's not a place where you're kind of sitting there going, oh God, I need to sort that out and I need to do this. Have a place, if it's a workplace, where you feel you can be productive, and just allow yourself to be consistent with one thing. Get that under your belt and then try and be consistent with the next thing. Instead of setting yourself overwhelming tasks, be kind. And that's what the message is for today. Be kind to yourself, because you deserve to be treated like you would like other people to treat you. So treat yourself how you want to be treated by others, and appreciate what you have, who you are, how you feel, how you think, how your body works, and look after it. Have a great Wednesday, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye.